Hello, and welcome to this week's broadcast of Spring Hill Now. I'm Daniela Perez. Today, you'll hear about what's happening around Mobile, get updates on Badger Athletics, and get a preview of this weekend's forecast. But first, I'll take you around the Hill. The Associated Press announced Wednesday that it will partner with Facebook to identify false and misleading stories related to the United States midterm election that are circulating on the platform. The announcement came after a long dispute over Facebook's role in the spreading of fake news. Since then, credible content is given a red breaking news label to notify users of importance and quality. Users can also report stories as false by flagging it to be reviewed by third-party fact-checkers. Actions will be taken against websites that regularly produce fake news. Social media users should always be aware of the content they're consuming. These are a few tips to spot fake news. For more tips, visit the Facebook app or website. In the light of current events, changes in youth involvement in politics are developing and becoming a trend. Reporter Emily Creasy has the story.
Millennials often believe their actions and opinions don't have an impact on political issues. However, today, more and more young people are becoming more politically aware. After the SGA presidential debate, I caught up with sophomore Caroline Strand to hear her views on student political involvement.
I do think student involvement in politics is important because, politics are part of our everyday life. Living in America and learning about it early on with people that we're comfortable with is a great way to start.
Junior Kyle Mistretta agrees that getting involved on campus with student government is a great place to start.
I feel like millennials definitely like to voice their opinion, but also don't like to do much about it. And so hopefully millennials at Spring Hill College will not be shy enough to vote for this presidential election.
A large majority of millennials have used social media as a platform to express opinions.
I think youth involvement is more on social media, more so than actually doing it. It's a lot of just stating our opinions on social media and having people argue over it. And I think that we should change that and take some hints from our elders.
Dr. Kathleen Orange, senior member of the Political Science Department, shared her perspective on the current involvement of the younger generation.
Students see the world in a new way. We really see from the Parkland High School students that young people have a lot of energy. What's really important is that when students get active, they also get informed. The more informed we are, the better we can affect our own government or get involved by going on an immersion trip or whatever it would be.
In regards to voting, Dr. Orange offered advice to non-local students.
One reason I think that college students don't vote is that they're not at home. One of the things I told my students, like the 2018 election is coming up, you can register in Mobile.
It's important to remember we all have a voice and a right to be heard. This has been Emily Creasy reporting for Badger TV.
Dr. Alan Shuffler, assistant professor of chemistry at Spring Hill, was awarded a subcontract to work with an assistant professor of chemistry and biochemistry at the University of Alabama. The project received a 3-year, $430,000 grant. Visit the Book Nook in the lower level of the Burke Library for the Luck of the Irish on St. Patrick's Day. This Thursday and Saturday, all regular fiction hardbacks are 50% off if you are wearing green. The Book Nook is open on Thursday from noon until 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Can you sing, play an instrument, perform a magic trick, or tell funny jokes? If so, the Men of Color Council is hosting auditions soon for its annual talent showcase. Auditions are held next Tuesday and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in Burke Library. The cost to audition is $15. For more information, contact Andre Washington. The show is scheduled for April 6th at 7 p.m. in LeBlanc Grand Hall. Tickets are $5 at the door, or you can buy tickets in advance for $3. That's what's happening around the Hill this week. What can we expect for this weekend's weather? Here's Alexandria Waver with your weekly weather forecast.
Thanks, Daniela. And it looks like our week will be sunny with low rain chances. Today is sunny and cool with a high of 66 and a low of 50. Tomorrow will be a little warmer. We have a high of 72 and a low of 61. Saturday will be mostly cloudy. We have a high of 75 and a low of 64 with a small chance of rain. Sunday will be warm with a little sun. We have a high of 81 and a low of 62 with a 25% chance of rain that will decrease throughout the day. Now, Let's take a look at next week's forecast. Next week, we're going to see mostly sunny days with some clouds. Temperatures will be in the mid-50s and upper 70s with low rain chances overall. This has been your weather report. I'm Alexandra Rayford. Back to you, Daniela.
And now we'll go to Brienne Bazette, who will take you around the town.
Thanks, Daniela. If you love poetry, then this event is perfect for you. Tonight at 6 p.m., the Mobile Museum of Art is hosting Power Lines Poets. The Power Lines Poet is a Mobile-based poetry troupe, which includes local writers and performers. Tonight will be the group's slam poetry session. However, guests are welcome to display their skills on the mic as well. Admission is free for Mobile County residents. For more information, visit the Mobile Museum of Art's website or contact Elizabeth Elliott. Are you a fan of the green theme for St. Patrick's Day? Well, you can join O'Daly's Irish Pub on Dauphin Street this year for its green champagne brunch. The event is Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. The brunch will have fun and tasty dishes like bagel panini, shrimp and grit cakes, chicken and waffle pizza, s'more stuffed French toast, and of course, green champagne. For more information, visit O'Daly's Facebook page. The St. Paddy's Day festivities continue at Callahan's Irish Social Club with its 72nd annual St. Patrick's Day Street Party. The celebration starts at 11 a.m. this Friday and Saturday, and admission is free. Several artists will also be performing, including Blackwater Brass Band. That's what's happening around the town this week. I'm Brienne Bazette, and back to you, Daniela.
And now we'll go to Kaylee Robinson, who has your weekly sports update.
Thanks, Daniela. Let's take a look at what's happening in Badger athletics. Last weekend, the baseball team played in a non-conference doubleheader against the Florida Institute of Technology and rallied to win with a final score of 13-5 during Sunday's game. Last weekend, the softball team competed in a 3-game SIAC series sweep against Lane College with scores of 7-3, 2-1, and 11-6. On Monday, the men's tennis team lost a 9-0 non-conference game against Mississippi College. The Badgers took on the University of Mobile on Tuesday and fell 9-0 against the Rams. The women's tennis team also competed against Mississippi College on Monday and fell to the Choctaws 9-0. The Lady Badgers took on the University of Mobile as well on Tuesday and also fell 9-0 against the Rams. The men's golf team competed in the annual Cary Collegiate Classic on Monday and Tuesday and placed third out of 11 teams. Here's a quick preview of the upcoming games. As you can see, it will be a busy week for Badger athletics. That's all for sports this week. Join me again next week for more updates on all of your favorite Spring Hill College sports teams. I'm Kelly Robinson. Back to you, Daniela.
BTV's Bernard Crandall got the chance to ask students what their last meal would be. Here's this week's On the Spot.
Welcome to On the Spot. My name is Bernard Crandall. This week, we're going to ask, what would your last meal be and why? So, what would your last meal be and why?
I think my last meal would probably be like a large bag of salt and vinegar chips. I know like some people don't like those, but they're so good, and I would want that as my last. It would be like pita bread, hummus, and tabbouleh because that is the love of my life, so.
Well, I would have to say crawfish because it's my absolute favorite. Ever since I was a little girl, my mom would peel them for me and put them in a little bowl of water to take some of the seasoning off. So until this day, I still love crawfish.
What would your last meal be and why?
Oh, I've thought about this quite a bit, actually. It would be a Hawaiian ribeye cooked to medium rare, garlic mashed potatoes on the side, maybe a little lobster bisque beforehand, and grilled asparagus.
Fancy. So that was some really fancy meals and not so fancy meals, Spring Hill. Well, that's it for this week's On the Spot. Back to you, Daniela.
That concludes this week's episode of Spring Hill Now. I'm Daniela Perez. From all of us here at Badger Television, have a great weekend and a happy St. Patrick's Day.